Three, two, one, and we're live.
Shit, we're live. I don't know what to say. What do I do with my hands? I don't know.
Just swim around like you
Tail
just
here.
don't care.
I
That's what you do with
guess.
your hands.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Old Carver Fishing Podcast. It is a beautiful, and I can say this again, a beautiful May 3rd. It is perfect out. It's like 65, 70 degrees, sunny.
Nice.
Not a lot of wind, which we've had a lot of lately.
Yeah.
It's been brutal.
It's been opening some lakes up though
I mean, every lake here is open.
around here.
Yeah.
Not up north though.
Well, no.
We
We're
don't-
not caring.
we
We don't
don't go
care
up
about
north.
those. Yeah. What about them? You know, we got the river here, Scott.
We'll go up north
Yeah,
next
it's
fall.
finally going down.
But it is beautiful out here in Carver, Minnesota. We are at Old Carver Bait and Tackle Shop here in Carver, Minnesota. We are in the main store here. As you can see, the walls have a few empty spots. We're still waiting on some orders for bass fishing. This is the bass section of the bait shop we're in right now.
Yeah.
So we're not in a
Pretty
huge hurry to get the bass stuff out quite yet.
Yeah, so all those Indiana contractors can take note that they can zoom in the background.
Yeah, take a note. Chewy says.
Take a note.
But yeah, it is beautiful out here today. It is Wednesday, and let me tell you what, I had a review today for work. Boss came into town. He's many hours away. He came in and did my yearly review today, and it went well. So feeling good about that.
Nice.
But in studio today, next to me, in this orange sweatshirt here, we got Wade Welter. He is a big hunter here. He grew up in the Shakopee area. Does a lot of bow hunting. Everything he hunts is with bow. We can get into that a little bit in this podcast. He's been fishing the Minnesota River for how long now?
Oh, quite a while, since the 80s, mid 80s.
So he's been fishing the Minnesota River since the 80s. He's shown me some spots and shown me some stuff that I didn't know on the river. And we have I fish tournaments with Wade as well. So we fished the Whisker Run together. Me, him, and Tara last year fished it. We did okay.
It's
But
all right.
we're gonna win it this year, so I'm not too concerned about it.
Yeah.
And then I am Luke Henches, formerly Northwoods Angling, formerly Fish on Luke, and now Rods and Reloads. Cue video now. That's $1 million smile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most
That's,
interesting fisherman. That's what my TikTok says.
Most interesting.
Next to me, my homie, Chewy Godinez Jr., co-owner of Old Carver Bait and Tackle Shop here in Carver, Minnesota, and Stoked Custom Baits. Next to him, you guys all know him as Dirty Dan. We call him Danny Two Naps, Danny Two Cats, Dan the Man. He is here and he is wide awake, ready to party.
El Gato. That's what we should nickname El Gato.
El Gato.
El Gato.
El Gato Dan. Can we take half of Azul's name, though?
No.
I don't think we can.
No.
And then
No.
next to Dan, we got Mr. Norfin, the Norfin pro staffer, Scott Goodyman here, local ice fishing guy, Old Carver Fishing pro staff, as well as Dan.
Legend.
He's a legend in the
He's a
game
legend.
of ice fishing.
The Iceman. That's
The
right.
Iceman, Scott Goodyman. And today was a good day. We had some people. Should we give a little shout out to our little guests we had coming in here?
Mama's in the house, by the way.
Hello, mother. How are we doing?
Yeah.
We had some kids come in here. They're regulars. They come in once in a while. Chewy was saying how they always say, "Oh, if I get this, I'll owe you this much," and then they lose it, and then they come back and get something else. There are 3 young kids. The girl's name is Camila or Camilla. Is it Camila?
Camila. Yeah.
Camila. We have Barrett and we have Creighton,
Yeah.
and they're so cool. They come in here, brothers and sisters, and look around in the shop. They get all excited looking at the stuff on the wall. They were looking at the flicker shads.
Yeah, he's a big whopper pop.
He likes the wobber ploppers.
Yeah, he does.
Nice.
I like
Top
that.
water.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
No.
In another news, we had the second grand opening last weekend here in Carver, Minnesota at the bait shop. We had a special guest, Pat Jones of the Minnesota Vikings, here in the shop. He actually, I told Pat, I was like, "Hey, can you sign a football so we can do a giveaway during the grand opening?" He's like, "I can do better than that." He's like, "I'll sign it, and then I'll bring it to practice and have all the guys sign it." So someone got a football. signed by a lot of the Vikings players, and the guy that won it is this guy. Wade won the football.
It's awesome. You see all the grass stains I have on.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut
I
up.
also-
Took it out
He
that
was
night to
the-
my buddy's
he also-
house, threw it around, we're kicking it.
He also
Stuff.
kicked it in the
Awesome.
parking lot.
He was the
Yeah.
first person to purchase something here on opening day because he kind of comes a little early, helps us out a little bit. And I shook that thing for like 2 minutes straight, mixed them around, and I grabbed a ticket. And it ended up being one without a name on it. I'm like, oh, it's freaking Wade.
Yeah.
And I was mixing them. I was mixing them throughout the day. I kept
Yeah.
mixing them.
So it just happened. Wade won.
It
No,
was awesome.
it wasn't fixed or nothing. I showed my
Yeah,
sleeves
It
even
was
'cause
live. Yep.
I've been in a drawing where I won a big trip to be on a TV show from a friend's show, and everyone thought it was rigged, but it never was. So I was like, I'm always superstitious. Like I'm thinking
Yeah.
people are gonna think I'm cheating.
It
but-
happens.
It's a cool
Yeah.
prize Wade got, and he wanted it that night. So I had to go outside from dinner and bring him his football.
Yeah, I didn't want it to get
He,
lost.
he
in the-
wanted the football,
I don't want
and
it
he
to get
got it.
lost in your truck.
Probably on eBay
but
already.
it was cool. I know. It was cool having Pat
Get
in
there and
here.
bid.
He got a whole bunch of signatures for it. I think he had a good time here. I did a little seminar at noon for Flatheads, which was a pretty good turnout. A lot of my family surprised me and came and visited to watch my first seminar.
That's
I've
really
never
nice.
done one before.
Tara's mama came by too.
Yeah, Tara's mom, Tara's brother, my sister, her husband, my uncle, my
Dang.
cousin. Both my parents drove 3 hours to come here. And
I didn't even get to meet him. They drove 3 hours. They didn't even introduce me.
no, yeah, they were here. And I pointed out Wade.
I don't blame him.
My mom's like, is that Wade Welter? I said, that's Wade. She's like, Wade Welter? I said, yeah, that's Wade
Wade
Welter.
She knows my last name.
Yeah,
I've
she
never
knows
met
his
him.
last name.
They,
But
hung,
next
they
time,
hung out by the grill.
next
Right.
time. But it went really, really well. We sold a lot of stuff. As all of you guys know, we are the catfish headquarters here in Minnesota,
Yeah. Tim Sauter came too.
hands down.
Tim Sauter came in.
Yeah, a lot of guys. It was
Yeah.
good.
It was awesome to see everybody.
Peanut Butter stopped by.
Peanut butter. That's
He was
right.
really excited to meet
Oh,
Pat.
yeah.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
What else? We ate a lot of food. Dan cooked food for everybody again. Number 2. We're a grand opening, third grand opening. He's cooking again. Just kidding.
Is that one for a walleye opener?
Yeah, right. 2 weeks. No, grand opening.
I wish I could have made it. I'm gonna need another 1 or 2 of those bank rod holders.
Oh, yeah, them
Well,
Kai Claws.
Wouldn't you know, we got a guest in here today.
Yeah,
and,
we gotta guess you're gonna like.
let's get him in here right now. It is should we go through some comments and then we'll get him in?
Sure.
We're gonna get you in here in a second. Minnesota River is dropping. Tim, you are right about that.
That is.
I keep telling Pat. So me and Pat have had really, really bad luck. But every time he wants to fish, fishing's really, really bad. He might think I suck at fishing now. That's just my opinion. We went out 2 days ago shore fishing, on the bank, and it wasn't good. I caught a carp, and we were down at the Jordan at the it's kind of a cool little story. We were down in Jordan at the lake. What's it called again?
Lagoon Park. Lagoon
What's
Park,
the lake
ain't it?
called again?
I
Long Lake.
don't know.
No, in Jordan, downtown.
The mill pond.
The mill
there.
pond.
Yeah.
So we're at the mill pond fishing the creek below the falls there, and these kids were staring at him. And he's a big dude. And the kid's like 17. He's like, oh, I got a Hellcat truck too. And I mean, obviously his dad bought it for him. Or a TRX. And me and Pat were laughing. And so we're down there fishing. We're about to walk down to where we wanted to fish. And those kids, 3 of them, sprinted in front of us and cut us off, and we didn't have room to fish. They sprinted around us, and then the kid keeps staring at Pat. He will not stop. I'm like, that kid's freaking trying to figure you out right now. I was like, oh, I know. And you guys gotta imagine Pat's 6'4", 260, 270, maybe even more in the off season. He's a big guy, and he's driving a TRX, and the kid's just like jaw dropped, and the kid's like, oh, where are you from? And he's like, oh, I'm from Virginia, and he's like, oh, what are you here for? And I'm just like, he's here for work. That's what I said. And he's like, oh, what do you do? The kid wanted to know what Pat was up to. He's like, I play football. He's like, oh, football? He's like, for what? He's like,
Jordan High
He
School.
said the NFL. And the kid's like, he's like, for what team? He's like, the Vikings. He's like, what? He's like, you don't play for the Vikings. He's like, when did you get traded? He's like, I was like, no, he was drafted by the Vikings. And then the kid didn't believe him. So they're all on their phone looking him up. And they're like, what jersey number are you? And then these other kids ran over. They're like, is it true he's a Vikings player?
It was a mob.
And there was a mob of kids, and they were in love, and they just wanted to say hi. And he's like, is that Pat Jones? Pat got in a truck. I was like, is that Pat Jones? He's like, yep. And then I knew Pat was gone, so he was safe. So we just took off, and that's cool. I told Pat, I was like, that's a pretty unique, cool situation for those kids. They're going to talk about that the rest of the summer. They got to fish next to a Vikings player in Jordan, Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pretty special thing. But no, he took it pretty cool. But I'm sure he's used to that.
Some nice bass in there.
Yeah, there's some good fish. I caught one. We didn't catch anything there. We ended up leaving in like 2 minutes because those kids would not give us a spot to throw.
I think that froze out this winter too.
Did
though.
it?
Yeah, my buddy lives down in Jordan. His kid fishes there a lot, and there was a bunch of dead bass and walleyes
Really?
and stuff on the shore this year. So I think
Dang.
that froze out.
There's quite a bit of crappies in there too, I think.
Yeah, we ended up going to the river, and I had one fish on. We were walking around looking for other stuff to fish, and Pat's like, I think I heard a bell, and I look over, my rod's bowed over in the rod holder. And yeah, we didn't catch anything. We didn't catch shit, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Just being out.
Being out was good. It was, but then again, it was super windy, so we ended up coming across from the ramp and hopping rocks. Pat's wearing Crocs. I'm wearing boots, and he's way faster. He's so much more athletic than me. I didn't really stand a chance.
Wow.
But today, and as our guest, we're going to bring him in for a little bit. He is renowned for his bank rod holders, Cat Claws rod holders. That is Adam Zimmerman, one of my buddies here. And let me tell you what, he's got an awesome product for you bank fishermen that do like bank fishing. It's a step-in bank rod holder, handmade in the USA, engraved with cat claws, handmade by that gentleman with the tattoos on his arm right there. Adam, welcome to this podcast.
Thanks for having me, Luke. So what do you guys want to know here?
I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what got you started in making these rod holders. I think we all want to know. We're all intrigued by them. We all love them. I can't wait to get my hands on them, and we can get over when we're going to see each other next. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you going on making rod holders for the bank fishermen.
All right. Well, I mean, I started fishing since I can remember, from bass to panfish. But when I grew up, I was about 12. My dad was big into muskie fishing. So that's I got involved with that, and caught a 42-inch muskie, and I was like addicted for years until the catfishing kind of scene came in. My buddies invited me up to the Fox River one weekend. I'm like, all right, like all I got is muskie gear. So they're like, well, you got the braid already. Just go get some circle hooks and some weights. And I mean, I went to the Cabela's. I had no idea what kind of weights to look for. I found some like triangular anchor 6-ounce weights and
the old pyramids.
Yeah, I mean those things snag and everything, but they just said I got a 3-way setup or whatever, and I was out there for about a half an hour, and I think I caught my first flathead within a half an hour. It's like 14 pounds, but I mean.
And then you realize muskie's not that cool.
Yeah, like I mean, fighting it against the current was like insane. Like I was like, oh my god, this is pretty intense, and ever since then, it was just that year. I went that one time, and then the next year I went like maybe twice, maybe. And then the third year we went to the Mississippi, me and my wife and my kids, and my kids were sleeping. And so I had 3 rods out, I believe. That's all I had were just some old Cabela's Cast King or whatever rods. And all of a sudden my one rod's bowing down, and then my bait clicker's going off the other one. So I'm reeling in the one. I'm like, oh, this is probably the biggest fish I've ever had on. And all of a sudden I hear that one going. I'm like, Brooke, go get my rod. She's like, no. I'm like, get it. So she runs over there. She's cranking down. She's like, your reel sucks. And I'm like, you got to turn it around. It's a bait caster. So she gets that going. I wheel mine up. I'm like, man, this thing's huge. I grab it and I run over to her. And I'm like, you want me to take it? And she's like, no, she got it in. And hers weighed, well, we only had a 30-pound scale at that time, and hers was like smashing that. It was like 41 inches, I believe.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, she was bragging about that for 2 years, I believe, that she had the biggest fish. But then I think it was the second year later, I threw out a 50-pounder on my boat, with me and her, and then the next night I got a 55 on the Mississippi in the same spot where
So
I caught those two.
tell us a little bit about your 55. What kind of feeling did you have when you got that fish to the boat? So when I catch big, like trophy cat, like giant catfish, I'm talking super
Luke has
big.
never caught a 50
I've never
What are
caught
you
one.
talking about? You never
I
caught
said
doesn't know- he
catfish,
doesn't know what
not
it's like.
flatheads. I have a 118 pounder above your head right now.
I still gotta get with you to go get some blues.
No, you do, and I'm still learning blues. I haven't done it a ton. I got kind of lucky catching the one I got, but what kind of feelings were you having when you caught that 55? Did you know it was a super big one when you set the hook?
No, actually the 50 pounder I caught the day before on my boat was probably 20% better fighting. I caught that 50 pounder was in about, I think, 17 feet of water. I was fishing off a creek bed.
Damn.
And I mean, I got like, there's a video on YouTube, or I have like, it's in my boat. I have some old PVC rod holders I made for it. And my pole's like just going like this. I'm trying to get it out of there. And that thing was a crazy fight. That was probably like a 15-minute fight. I couldn't get it off the bottom. But the 55 I caught the next day. It was, I mean, when I got to my rod, it was folded, but the channel I was fishing in the backwaters, and it was the whole channel is 4 feet deep, and about 30 yards into the channel, you have to huck over a big pile of weeds. So it was just where we camped, and we always had good luck catching some there. But once it hit that weed bed, it pretty much it stopped fighting, and it was just more me reeling it through.
The
100 pounds of weed with it. But
right.
I sat there once I got that off the bank. We got a weight length. I think it was 47 inches. And then I put it back in the water, and it didn't move. And I literally tried for about half an hour. And then finally I just put it in the water as deep as I could go. And I just got a launcher and I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, it was gone.
Well,
Because I was like, I'm
probably
not killing this thing. So
No, they're tough fish. I mean, a fish that big's at the end of its life, most likely, especially in your region of the river. I mean, that's an old fish. 55 pounder's huge.
Yeah,
that's a
big.
25-year-old fish.
Yeah.
So what got you to get into making bank rod holders?
Well, I always saw I'm a big fan of like Spencer on River Certified, and he's always got like the similar style, but I could just never find him.
Does he do YouTube videos or something?
Yeah, Spencer, you know him.
Just kidding.
Oh yeah, you got me. But yeah, I always just seen him like use these things. I'm like, I searched for like a month because I just had like a fence post with a PVC pipe, screwed into it for like 2 years. And after seeing his, I'm like, man, you can't find him anywhere. And then finally, I'm like, well, I don't want to make it just like his, so I came up with the step idea. And then it just kind of went from there. Everything's pretty much the same besides, the steps changed a little bit and the spikes are a little bit longer on it. And then I got the extra spike I fish in the sand on the Mississippi a lot.
Yeah.
That's the only place I'll fish sand other than up here. It's just, rocky ground underneath.
Right.
So the sand.
Show us one of those bad boys.
Okay, let me grab one that's done up here. You texted me right when I was about to package these up. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll wait. But yeah, this is, I don't know if you can see on here, but there is engravement. I was gonna do like actually through it, but I think it would just kind of take away from the pad strength.
Yep.
But then these holes right here, the middle one is just for putting your spike in there,
That's for the third leg.
and that just gives you. That's what I use for the sand. And I guarantee it works, a lot better with that in there with the sand. And yeah, this is just 5/16 cold rolled steel. I know a lot of people do like the 3/8. I just like this better. It's a lot. I mean, it's got some. You can squeeze these down, and they just pop. They pop back up. It's got a lot of. It's got good memory.
Yeah, that's nice.
Especially for like rocky terrain. And underneath, it'll just move around rocks and stuff like that. So it's great. And for the most part, it just stays its form. And I'd never really use this spike unless I'm, like I said, fishing sand or maybe like mud or something. But
so if people want to get their hands on those bad boys,
and yeah,
how do you
it's
do
got. you can have like it's not totally 0 degree, but I use these in my boat. You'll see them in Mendota. I'll be using these in the back of my boat. I have like little brackets I made with that just plop up on them. I used them last year. It worked great. For granted, I made some T-bars for my buddies. So I'm a little jealous because I wanted some, but I just never had time to make my own. But yeah, they work great. I mean, yeah, last year we went in April. We were channel catfishing up in the Fox, and we happened to hook onto a couple sturgeon. My kids reeled one, and it was 62 inches. We didn't get a weight on it. We just it's off season for them then, so we just got a quick pick and threw it back in. But that was cool. We got a video of the kids kind of working that thing in.
So how do people buy those? Can they buy them online?
Yeah, well, right now that's the thing. Like, you guys caught me at like the time where I'm trying to go to my shop to get these done instead of me doing it just for time wise for me and my family. It's just a struggle I only have about 2 days out of the week to make some dents in them. So I'm looking at my shop doing a lot of the work that I do on it, so that I can have more time at home and fishing wise. And so yeah, right now it's just on Facebook. Like, if you go on it's Cat Claws Rod Holders on Facebook, and you just message me on there.
It's Cat Claws with a Z.
Yep.
So make sure you guys go to Cat Claws on Facebook, Cat Claws Rod Holders, and
But right now, like I said, you caught me at the kind of the wrong time because I'm Mendota's next week, so I pretty much said like come Friday, like I'm taking like 2 weeks off because I'm trying to get a website going, and then I got quotes for my shop going to do all these, so I can just kind of
what
get
you're
more
saying is
production.
you want us to just promote you and you should just flood your inbox with sales then?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Like, it looks like what's his name from Cincinnati Cat said he just ordered some of those from you the other night.
Yep.
And I know I'm gonna meet. So I haven't really hung out with Adam, but did we meet last year there?
Well, we went to the fish fry, yeah, but you're like famous to me. You're like a famous person, so I just like stay away. I'm like, I don't want to get close to
God.
Luke.
Oh Jesus! Now you're like, wow, he's
If you
just a
feel-
big dumbass.
If you if you feel that way about
No.
Luke, wait until you see Danny Two Cats in person.
But no, I'm gonna be seeing Adam next week in Wisconsin for Channel Cats.
Yeah, and I got a couple saved up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
bringing up there, so I know Mark from Catfish and Crappie wanted a few, and
Yep.
so I'll bring a few up there.
I need to
Yep.
get a few of those.
We got
Pris-
we got
Pris.
about eight left in the shop.
Yeah, we had a good sale on them the other day here. So I know he bought a bunch. He's like, man, I bought a lot of those holders, and we ended up selling a whole bunch of them last weekend.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
was
really good.
It was good. They loved it though. They loved them.
Yeah, and
What's up?
yeah, for like the production wise, like I'm doing it because I'm just trying to free up space, but I want to do I'm doing like the Smoky Mountain Catapalooza Fishing Expo this year, so it's like I need to just produce some, and I can't do it. I won't be able to do that and sell them at the same time the way I'm doing it, because I'm just doing
Yeah.
everything myself.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough.
But they are. I mean, the one thing that just I take. How can I say it? Like what I put into it is like I clean everything up. I think like Scotch right afterwards, and scrub everything down, get it nice and shiny. I mean, it is steel, but I mean, presentation is just something that I've always,
Yeah, you take a
put
lot of
pride
pride.
in.
A lot of pride.
And then
Pride in your work.
another big thing is TIG welding. I TIG weld everything. I TIG weld these, and then I fully TIG weld the steps all the way around. So
And then if anyone
most people
understands,
make one.
if anyone understands that, it's Scotty at the end here. He's a metal fabricator actually.
Yep.
Nice.
So he just welds and welds and welds and more
Scotty-
welds.
Scotty was impressed. It's a bank holder that's gonna last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool, and I can't wait to get my hands on them.
The amazing thing about TIG welds is they're tiny, but they are.
They're strong. Oh.
holders on Facebook. And if you're local here in Minnesota, stop on over to Old Carver Bay. Of these ones because I wanted to keep stock for the store, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get some from Adam, so I just figured I'll just wait. But we do cheer. I'll see you Thursday,
Yep.
and we'll definitely see each other again at the fish fry. So I'm excited, looking forward to that.
For sure, man. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on for a little bit. I didn't want to stay up too long. I got to get my these packed up, and we bought a motorhome, so I got to get our old camper packed up and ready for sale. So I got to get that going.
All right. Well, you have a great night, and we'll keep in touch.
Yep, you as well. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks,
Yep,
brother.
yeah.
Thanks for your time.
I have a buzzing in my ear.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
I don't know if that's Wade's phone.
What do you mean, my
It's
Because
not-
I
phone?
just
All of a
shut
sudden
mine
it's-
off.
No, it's from the phone closest to those receivers is what does it.
There's no.
It's
there's
just
no
a
phone.
connection
Damn.
thing.
Okay, mine's
Dan
off.
did it.
It was
Mine's
actually
off now.
it's actually their satellite. It's satellite.
It's
kind of
yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
I shut it
Satellite.
off.
It's UFO.
It gave me a warning on the screen.
Satellite,
It's
yeah.
not a
I mean, our
UFO.
satellite. I mean, our internet. Sorry, guys. Our Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi popped up. Said for some reason it was listed connectivity.
So I know the
Can you guys see us, by the way? Anybody out there? Can you guys report?
Oh, is Nikki in chat?
Nikki's
Nicole?
in chat. Yes, she is.
Nicole, we were browsing Facebook here right before we came on, and we found a so seductive picture that we had to share with the stream.
Is that the spider bite one?
It's pretty seductive.
Spider bite?
Oh, Nikki.
Is this,
Oh, Nikki.
is this even,
Are you guys ready for this?
dude? She like wants to eat you when you look at this picture.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Here we go, Nikki. Hope you're
I
ready.
don't know. She put
Check
one in the
that out.
comments. IFN the other.
Woo!
day.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, make love to me, fishing rod. That's what
Yeah,
she's saying
yeah,
with her eyes.
yeah. There you go.
Bless her heart. Bless her heart. And she took over when me and Tara were gone. She came in and did a little podcast too, which is kind of fun. Do we have any
It was a fun
comments
one.
before we get into the topic for today? Oh, it got quieter. Now it got
The
louder.
comments are, I can see you, so we're good.
Okay, they
we're
can
good.
see us.
They can see.
No, a Wi-Fi warning came up.
Oh, is that what it
And
was?
it popped down to like one bar. That's why. it happened.
Basura way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Nikki has a comment here.
What did Nikki say?
Let's see. Oh, man. I am in need.
What?
Crown.
Oh, speaking of crown, can you pop up my picture I sent you?
What picture? Hold on.
Did we show our Idaho picture yet?
Nope, but I put it on the link. So
Right there, guys. Our first ever video from Rods and Reloads is now live on YouTube.
So it's edited.
Well done. Well done video. Tara did a great job.
Very
editing.
entertaining.
Tara is a very good editor.
She's
Yep.
good. She's getting better and better too, which is good. She's changing programs to a much more complex program, but it gives you a lot more availability to what you need to make
More options.
precise movements and audio. Audio is a big thing, which we're having a hard time doing on the program she's using now. So we're going to Premiere, Adobe Premiere, which is the hardest system to run. It's the most complex. It's what all the TV shows use. But there's free videos online on YouTube on how to do it and beginners and basics, and you can go from there. But she's talented enough, and she's got so much concentration when she does those videos where I'm never worried when she puts out a video. It's always good.
because she's really focused on what she's doing.
Yep, she's very driven when she does something. That's just her personality, and that's so cool. But that's our first video, and I think it broke 300 views today, and we broke 150 subscribers. So we're going.
Hell yeah.
Next video comes out Saturday, and it's gonna be a white sturgeon video. But I wanted to show a cool picture I got on the river the other day. Myself and Pat Jones, the Vikings player, we were out on the river fishing, shore fishing. And I ended up seeing a bird. I'm a big bird guy. Big fan of the
Big bird.
ornithology, big
Big
time. And this was a little bird. And I couldn't figure out what it was at first. And then it kept getting closer and closer and closer. And I ended up finding out it was you have a picture of it? Chewy? Concentrate. Here.
Some window peekers.
Nice.
We got some people peeking in.
I thought they were gonna walk in here.
I'm like half related.
Right
to
there,
you,
it's a
so-
ruby crowned kinglet, one of the smaller birds on the river. It's like smaller than a wren for the most part, super small, and they're very curious birds. So this bird was literally meter weight away, just bouncing next to me. And I thought it was gonna land on my fishing pole. If I would have had food in my hand, I bet it would have eaten it, guaranteed. I don't know what they exactly eat, but that's a ruby crowned kinglet, cute little thing, small, petite, little, you know.
Those are
Wow.
all words for little.
But
Jeez.
Luke, it's mushroom time. It is mushroom time. The morels are
Whoa.
coming.
It should be.
The map's looking full down in Iowa and slowly coming up. People are finding little ones here, but the people,
we need more
the-
weather like
there's a
today.
lot of dumb mushroom hunters. I found out. Wade knows this.
They
they-
stomp them down.
They
Stay
see
out of
little
the woods.
mushrooms. They go walking in the woods way too early, and they kill every mushroom around.
Yep.
Everybody wants a picture of the smallest.
Yeah,
morel
oh,
to
I
be the
wanna
first
see.
one.
Wait till the
Wait.
big ones are coming out, and then go. Don't go pick 1-inch mushrooms and step on half of them.
Well, go ahead if it's your spot. But
Right.
I
Well,
know
my
where
spot
that
turned
is.
into someone else's spot last year that I showed, so that was really cool. I was really excited about that.
Oh, we
I know,
got.
you go off for morels.
I think we just need to go to
Oh,
Jeff's
Napper,
again.
don't say no. You definitely look like
Little
a Moreller.
napper boy over
I
here.
am
Yeah, he
not,
ain't giving
no.
out those
Well, he, he
Morel
goes, he goes out
hunter.
for mushrooms, but
Right.
The other
Maybe-
ones.
maybe not
He goes into
morels.
cow patties for those ones.
I just pay straight cash for that.
Straight cash.
But it is it's time for so Wade has hunting seasons. He says you're not hunting true hunts true
Outdoorsman.
people that hunt don't fish really, you know.
Yeah, we do.
Only when they're
Oh,
not
yeah.
there's no hunting season.
Fishing is only for to
When
fill
there's
in
no
between
hunting.
seasons.
To him. So right now he's been bow hunting. He's been taking people fishing, hunting. He took his dad. When was it?
Saturday. Took my dad turkey on Saturday.
Hell yeah.
First one.
How'd that go?
It went awesome. Great morning. Probably one of the best hunts I've ever had.
So are you guiding
did
then,
you-
or?
did you take
No,
a-
I wouldn't call it
Well,
guiding,
let's
but
tell
I got
people what you were
Did-
shooting
did
and
you-
how
did
you shot
Did
it.
you take a picture?
Yeah, I got some pictures.
Should have sent it.
He's got a
Send it to me.
video.
Yeah, I can send.
Send
you
it to
one.
me,
I
and
can
I'll,
send you
I'll
one.
post
He's
them
got a
so they
pretty
can
sweet
see.
video. You
Yeah.
showed it to me. There's what? You got 6-7 roosters in there.
Oh, those are Tom's.
Toms,
not
Times,
yeah.
whatever.
Tom, we don't hunt chickens.
Yeah. I don't know. If
Roosters or pheasants, Dan.
Yeah, or chickens.
Roosters are good.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
No,
the
yeah,
chicken
what's up?
guy's really upset with me. Go, Chivato.
Chicken guy. No, Saturday. Took him out Saturday. He's 75, and last year I talked him into getting a crossbow.
Hell yeah.
So I took him out, and he shot a few deer last year. I got 20 acres. And he was asking if he could get another tag and shoot another one. I'm like, no, you only get one. When your season's over, it lasted an hour, but we had a lot of birds, probably over 20 birds in the decoys,
That's
7
awesome.
to 8 toms in there. I mean, it was, yeah,
He got
couldn't
to
ask
pick
for
the
better.
bird he wanted to shoot.
basically, yeah, he got to pick.
Not a lot of people get to do that.
And it was
He
all
already
on-
shot
To
2
him.
of them.
He took a really good video of it too, which we can't show on here, but
Yeah,
it was cool. He
Yeah.
smoked it a little low, right?
yeah, I mean, a little. I would have liked to seen the shot a little bit higher, but enough to knock it down where it was, not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good time. So now I've just been waiting and waiting to go again.
He's taking some other people out soon. I'm
I
not going
got-
to say who yet,
I got some special guests,
but
that
I'm going to
wanna
be
go.
I'm hopefully going to be filming
I,
it.
I probably got a good idea.
Oh,
and,
sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there too.
And yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
I'm
me
going
too.
to.
No, you're
We should
not.
do the
Yeah,
podcast
bitch.
live from
Yeah, no, we'll see how it
turkey
turns out.
blind.
Yeah.
They can't hear anyway, right?
Oh yeah, they hear very good.
Everything.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Those
There's a reason
roosters?
why they dress.
You'll
in
hear
all
this guy
camo.
sniffling and coughing the whole damn
Who cares?
time.
We'll get
Yeah.
one.
Right?
can't call it turkey.
Wade's probably having a heater with his.
No, quiet. Even my dad, hunting with him, he's new to hunting in blinds, and he does a lot of out west hunting in Wyoming and stuff. So
Yeah.
you can walk out on the mountain and shoot him from 200-300 yards away,
Keep talking into your mic.
And now I got him in the blind,
There you go.
and he's pointing things out. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. Like, I'm like, Dad, you can't be pointing, man. Just sit still. They'll see you. oh, they don't see, and he's just you can't teach an old dog new tricks. With
Well,
him.
they obviously didn't see him because
No, they did. I got him well trained through deer hunting last year, so
you guys
he's a
were
little
you guys
better.
were outnumbered.
we were
Yeah.
totally
Those turkeys
outnumbered.
saw you, they might have attacked.
Right,
There's
we
enough
were-
of them. out
Yeah, when
there.
he
There
shot the
was.
turkey, the Toms and the Jakes were circling it because they, like he said, a lot of time they attack the
Yeah.
bird that's hit
Yeah.
or
They're
dead,
roosters.
Yeah,
but they didn't this time.
that's because I think he was still alive. His head was up. You know what I mean? Normally, when their head's on the ground, you see a lot of them after they're shot. If there's other ones around, they'll come in and jump on it and peck the head, and some will even try to breed that dead bird. I'm not sure.
Some
but-
sick shit, bro.
Yeah, right. You got to get up early in the morning to see that. Shit.
Imagine getting shot and some dude that hangs out with you. Just imagine that for a second. You get shot and your buddy is trying to hump you while you're dying. That's some messed up crap, dude.
Trying to teabag you and
Those-
hump you at the
Those
same
turkeys are
time.
vicious, bro.
Right. That's
Yeah.
messed up.
That's probably why his dad didn't want to shoot them dumb birds.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, they it was a big Tom. Yeah. Did you send him one?
I don't have his number.
No, send them a
Facebook.
messenger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got a picture of that bird. And also, we'll get to that
Wait,
picture.
Whoa. No,
What?
I gotta look into.
What do we got?
Any pointers for the first time? Oh, so Amy's going out. She wants to know if you have any pointers for her. Wade.
For bow or for gun?
Are you going bow or gun, Amy?
Because Wade only bow hunts turkeys.
Yeah. And actually, I'm in the process right now of getting my own crossbow. I got some issues going on with my arm.
He's old, is what
I'm
he's
old,
saying.
Yeah. And it's time. So I'm in the process. I have the application in now.
Oh,
And yeah, it takes
so
like
Amy's
month.
going out with gun.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay,
any
yeah.
pointers for her? Stay quiet. Don't move.
Stay quiet.
Just
yeah.
gobble.
Yep.
Point and shoot.
Yeah.
But calling lately in the morning and stuff. If the birds have been called a lot in that area, it's a little tougher. They get called and shot at. They're a little more weary. Sometimes later in the season, I don't even put decoys out our call. Just climb in the bind and hunt them like deer. Just sit and wait. And they'll eventually make their way through. If they're coming through that area, eventually they'll show up on they're doing a circle around the neighborhood, Light calling, not a lot of heavy calling, and no decoys towards the end of the season. I don't like to bring decoys out because usually they've seen them how many times, so they know,
Yeah.
we're
Throws
not-
them off.
Yeah,
They-
throws them off. They're like weary about it,
You're
after
You're
a
better off
while,
just
so-
going stealth mode, huh?
right. Exactly.
It's like throwing
Yep.
up your deer blind too soon.
Right. The blind, yeah, right, exactly. And they come in and look at your blind and turn
They're
around
like,
and run. The good thing with
yeah.
turkeys is they're not affected by the blind. But for some reason, if they've been called to a lot or shot at over decoys,
Keep talking.
I find that they're tough to get into decoy then. So I just put the decoys away and do a little light calling,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you eat your turkey?
Oh, with a fork.
Yeah.
No, we fried them before, in small bits, but my buddy is smoking them now.
Okay.
So you take the whole breast
Yeah.
out with the bone on, and then he smokes it, and that's really good. That's probably the best way I've had it.
That
But
sounds
really
good.
dry,
That
it's
does
a dry
sound good.
bird.
Yeah.
They're kind of a game. I wouldn't say gamey. People cook them all kinds of ways. I mean, you could drown the taste of basically anything but liver.
Yeah,
with some
that's
bacon
true.
on it.
I'm gonna be cooking I know you're not a fan of duck or goose, but my buddy just
Oh,
sent
I
me a
like some
recipe. He
duck.
made it 18-hour slow cooking at crock pot for goose, like pulled goose. And he said it's really good, no gamey taste,
That sounds good.
but it takes 18 hours,
Sounds like unhealthy. Aren't you only supposed
Why?
to cook stuff for so long?
It doesn't come unhealthy. But when you slow cook stuff in like it's the bottom, you fill the bottom with apple cider vinegar in the crock pot, just the bottom, like till it's wet on the bottom. And then you cover the rest of the bird with water. I'm going to do half water and half beef stock. And then you cook it for 15 hours. And then you put in the potatoes for the last 3. And it's a long process, but he says it's really good. No gamey flavor.
That sounds good.
And a lot of that gamey flavor comes from the blood. Honestly, a lot of it's in the blood of the breast from the bird. So when you thaw the goose breast, you drain all the blood because there's a lot of blood in it, and that's a lot of the gamey flavor. He said he's found out that he's been cooking goose. But goose jerky is really good too. If you've never
Yeah,
had
it
goose
is.
jerky,
I've had it. I
Check your
enjoyed it.
friend
I'm
request.
gonna pass on the.
You don't
Goose.
like that?
Nah,
Oh, you don't like
No.
any of that?
no.
Huh? You're too cool for school.
Oh, they're just unless
just-
they're wrapped in bacon, then they're not good.
Bacon wrap duck's good too.
I haven't waterfowled a lot or turkey hunted, but it's one of the few I haven't done. I should,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I'll never say no to wild game.
Then I'll just
by
be
any
spending
means.
more money on more crap. So I don't know about that.
Sounds like a great plan, Scotty.
right.
So I want to know. I want to know about more about Nikki's comment. She says, "I'll get another face injury when I go. I'm for sure." What's that about?
Well,
she got bit by a spider yesterday.
No,
in
and
the
she got a
face.
scope to the eye,
Yeah.
top of the eye.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ, Nikki.
It respond.
She's kind of
Confirm.
accident prone.
All right, your friends now on
All
Facebook.
right, now we're here. We go.
Oh boy! Congratulations, Chewy.
Now they're
Amy,
buddies.
Amy says goose sticks are
Now I got your
delicious.
number
Yeah,
two
goose
there.
sticks are good too. There's a lot of good ways to cook goose. I think goose straight out's not amazing.
So
but
Amy's going out Saturday for her first time. Good
for
to go.
turkey,
For turkey.
gobble gobble.
Yeah.
Get one
Yeah.
of those, Amy.
Get out early.
We got to
out
get
early.
Amy back into the podcast
Yeah,
too
we
one of
do.
these days. She was a
Yeah.
lot, she's one of the funner guests we've ever had. That was a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
yeah.
And she brings snacks.
Dude, them snacks. Amy,
Those
got to
those
bring
were bomb.
2 trays
I
of the
know.
Lucky Charms Krispies next time.
Shelly brought us tequila.
Yeah,
That was
she
some
did.
good shit.
Yeah.
I think we need to go out on one of Shelly's excursions.
Yeah, I'm trying to fit
I think we
any.
should do that. Dude.
I want to. I'm just trying to fit any trip in my life this summer because I am so freaking full right now.
I'm not. So
I have so
I'm
many
not.
damn
I may
trips.
go do that with Dad if nothing else.
Yeah.
Like,
Be a good father son
Yeah, it
trip.
would.
100%.
I'm going to Florida next week. Family road trip.
oh boy,
My 2 and 5-year-old
Fishing?
boy and the wife.
you gonna do some deep sea
I don't know if
fishing
there's
or
gonna be
what?
room for a fishing pole in the car, but I'll try.
You're gonna try.
You just
Yeah.
buy
I got a
one when you get
collapsible
there,
if you
Dan.
want one.
Yeah,
A fold up one that telescopes.
yeah. The 2 boys don't need licenses in all 18 states on the way down there.
That's nice.
Just
Yeah.
buy poles on the way down
That's
and
what
give
I'm
them away
saying.
as you leave.
He makes a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just buy the pole and
No,
then hand it off
maybe
to
if I
some
take
kid.
some out of my garage and then give them out of the way when we leave.
Dan's wife would murder him.
Yeah. Kill.
What? Why?
Did you get that
Buying
picture,
rods and
Chewy?
giving 'em away.
You must not be sending through your phone because you're not on the Wi-Fi. There's no reception here.
No, right.
It's all right. I am gonna try to do some
Dude,
fishing.
You just
I'll
got
be
to
there
imagine
for
a big Tom
4 days.
sitting by his dad.
And Amy, if you don't shoot one, call me. I know some domesticated ones. We can get real.
Yeah,
tight
we pet them all the
fish
time behind the beach up.
Yeah, we go feed him, hand
Yep.
feed him. You can just grab one by the neck.
Don't shoot them
honestly.
in the store.
Mom,
They're at my shop every morning.
I think it's sent now, Chewy.
mom says, have a great time.
Chewy Godinez.
I think they're there.
Who does?
My
It's
mom.
Yep.
She said, "Have a good
Have a great time, Dan. She
Have a
said.
good time, Napper."
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Well, that's tonight. That's just a picture from the cell cam.
Just-
Oh, that's a big sucker, man.
I would just show the one with his dad. Chewy. Seriously. Just show the one
Did
with
you
his
send all
dad.
your pictures, Wade?
Did I send them all?
Don't show the other one.
No, I didn't send them all. I sent them.
Show that one to Wade. Just kidding.
There it is right there.
Look at that big old bastard.
Look at that tail.
Yeah, nice.
How long was it? Did it have a beard?
Got a 10-inch beard. One
Hell
inch
yeah.
shoulders.
That's a good
We didn't
beard.
I didn't get a weight on it.
What's a good beard? What's a good beard, Lee?
You know, average is 10. I want to say somewhere
10?
between 8 and 10 is average.
there you go,
know?
Amy. You got to get a 10-incher.
You get them over 10 inches, that's pretty big, you know, and sometimes they get 2, 3, 4, or 5 beards, you know, different
What?
sizes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can have multiple beards for sure.
That's cool.
And they have a thing called beard rot. So some of them, their beard like gets rotten. It's called beard rot and it falls off. So some mature toms don't even have a beard. you know?
Also, some hens have beards too.
that is true.
For
Hens
people
have
that don't
beards.
turkey hunt, hens do get beards, and you can shoot them if they have a beard.
Yeah. In the spring, you can only shoot a bearded turkey. So it can, you know, so if it doesn't, I'm not sure how that falls with a beard rot on a full mature tom, no beard, but you can tell he's a tom. You know, personally, I wouldn't shoot him.
I save my turkey hunting for the fall when I'm in the deer stand
Yeah.
and you're bored.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
usually-
alright.
yeah. Right.
Target practice.
Right.
But you don't want to shoot a female, do you?
Well, you can. They let you in the fall because they're not nesting. You know, obviously now in the spring they're breeding and nesting now, so
Yeah.
that's why they don't let you shoot.
You
them in
gotta
the
take
springtime.
you gotta take them down too, Chewy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I had a buddy
when
shoot-
I've been duck hunting. I never shot a Susie.
I took a buddy last year, 2 years ago, and he shot a bearded hen, his first turkey with a bow. And me and him went out. He missed a nice tom probably 3 weeks prior to that, and we just kept going at it, and a bearded hen came along and made a super nice shot on it, man. Really nice looking bird, like a
So-
6.5, almost 7-inch beard on a hen.
Is there a limit on how many turkeys you can take?
One
One
One a
turkey.
year.
One turkey, yep.
That's
What
kind of
turkey?
cool.
Well, one you can take one a year, I think. Yeah, I don't think you
So
can.
is it one in the spring and one in the fall?
No.
So it's just
No,
one,
Nope, it's just
one
one a
either
year, yeah.
season.
Yeah.
It's
Alright.
like sturgeon.
Yep.
Keep one a year with the tag.
You can?
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
It's a very hard slot to catch here on the Croy. It's like 60 to 65 or 55 to 60 on the Croy. And then if you go to the Rainy, it's like 45 to 50, which is a lot more manageable size. Like I wouldn't want to keep a 60-inch
they eat 'em?
fish. Yeah, people
Smoke
smoke
'em.
them.
They're good.
Supposedly they're really good. I had a friend fry one that he got on his
Hey,
tag.
I see, like,
I
a
actually
trailer
ate
smoker.
some in Wisconsin once. And it
Yeah,
was good.
I'm gonna do one in a video this
I had
year.
some up
Uh,
north.
You're gonna
It
smoke
was
one?
really good.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cook it right in the boat. I'm gonna go to pool 4 because you can keep shovel nose there all year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a video catch and cook of shovel nose sturgeon, which nobody's really done a whole much of those
How are you going to cut it? How are you going to fillet that thing?
with a knife.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
like a sawzall, maybe.
They don't have. They don't, it's just like shark skin. You cut the scoots off first, which are the raised parts on the hard parts of the skin. You cut those off and then you fillet them out. It's not anything crazy.
Makes
They're
sense.
cartilaginous fish. So they don't have bones. They just have cartilage. And when you pull their
They hurt when you grab
spine,
'em.
if you pull a sturgeon's spine out after you fillet it, it's like 4 times the length of its body. When you stretch it out, it's kind of
Definitely
cool.
going to be
So
cutting.
you have killed one.
I've just seen videos of it.
Definitely going to be cutting
that
a lot
seemed-
more of those
seemed
up
like a
because I got to
personal-
see that.
That seemed like a
drive
personal
Right.
experience, right?
Not a
there.
personal experience.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've just watched videos on how to fillet them, and people pull them out, and I want to eat one. I'm also going to catch a flathead on a walleye this year.
You tried carp already? Have you tried carp?
Can't use carp.
Have you tried?
You can use
Carp-
walleyes,
Smoke
though?
carp?
Yes.
I don't like smoked carp very much.
Yeah,
It's my
you
pri-
care
Can
for
you
it.
use
It's one of
walleye
my-
in Wisconsin?
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. You can use any game fish for bait in Wisconsin.
Yep.
It's part of your daily limit.
Sure.
Walleyes too.
And 2-line law is still in progress here in Minnesota. This
Nice.
is kind of off
Yeah.
topic, but it is a real deal that I think is going to go through this year.
Oh yeah.
We keep saying that, but it got really close and then it got reset back because there was a language issue in the bill and the Senate didn't agree with the House, and so
Imagine that.
it's back into it wasn't had nothing to do with the 2-line though, which was good. So I think that'll stick on there. Hopefully it doesn't get removed. And then the governor will sign it and it'll be law. And then we
Nice.
can use 2 lines on the rivers here in
I can't
Minnesota.
wait. I can't
Oh, it's
wait.
gonna be
That
great.
will be sweet.
It'll be so nice being
wait,
able to
Wait, are you
So
gonna
does that
start
mean
fishing
that now we
again, or
use
what?
9 rods?
If
Wade-
I can use 2 lines, I'll probably start fishing. again.
Wade just bought a brand new Hellcat, new
Yep.
line.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's definitely
And with
fishing.
anticipation of the 2 lines. So if we don't get 2 lines, that rod just stays sitting in the barn.
Yeah, it just hangs out. And
Just
he's my
hangs in the barn.
he fishes the Whisker Run with me, the tournament. So I fished with him quite a few times now. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
But spring fishing's coming. Water's still sub 50 on the Minnesota River. Not ideal for flathead
No.
catfish. Unfortunately, it has just not been warm enough. It's probably close to 50 now after today, maybe high 40s. But after this weekend, it's going to rain again this weekend. But before the weekend comes, I bet it'll be in like the low 50s. And that's the 50 degrees when channel cats really start eating. But they have been so sluggish. We were out in the boat. We were graphing spots where I knew the channel cats would probably be out of the main flow of the flood because it's really fast right now for the Minnesota, I should say. And we found a lot of fish marking, and a lot of fish we were marking. You could see the fish bladder on 2D, but on down imaging, but on 2D, they're just an attachment of the bottom. They're so tight to the bottom. They're belly deep in mud right now, not moving. So we need that water to warm up. The water's going down real good right now. You all right there?
Yeah.
Chewy Godinez?
Kate McInerney said, I had a great time last weekend, talked to everyone and meet you guys. looking forward to coming up again sometime.
Yes, Kate, it was great meeting you as
Yeah,
well.
it was,
You and
man.
your wife.
Yep.
Glad you got to come here and hang out for the day.
Hope you got back home okay.
Yeah, well,
That
they
was a-
obviously did.
Was that the group from
Chewy?
Rochester?
Oh, I mean, I hope it
Couple
didn't take
from
him a long time.
Rochester?
What's that?
Was
Yeah,
that the couple from
Rochester.
Rochester
Mhm.
that came up. Yeah.
Yeah, they hung out for my seminar. Watch that, which
That's
was really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Scott, were you here?
No, I was sick.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't want to get anybody sick. So
I got
stayed
some
home.
notes, so I'll send them to you. I took notes of the
Yeah.
seminar, so I'll make
Tara
sure you
recorded the whole thing.
Mark is on Crappy and Catfish. She says, "Tell Luke to shut up."
You watch your damn tone there, Mark. I'll see you in a
Tara-
couple days, and you better
That's
watch
right.
your
Where's
mouth.
his?
I don't have a problem hitting an elderly man, and I'll do it. If I don't do it, Wade will do it for me. All right, 'cause he's elderly.
What are you talking about? Wade always tells. What are you talking about?
What?
Wade always tells me to smack you when he's
No,
out here.
no,
Right.
no. Wade's my security guard.
Reach over there and give him one.
Oh. What else do we got?
Oh, we got a great selection of carp fishing stuff coming in
Oh
the shop, which is
yeah.
awesome. It's a long time talking. You know what? Like since what, November? Now we gotta
When?
wait since November. We've been talking with these companies. So yeah. So hopefully in the next 5 weeks we'll have that stuff in the shop.
And we got a really cool new catfish hook in now.
Yep.
It's called
Hold on. Indiana
Can you grab 'em?
contractors. Pay attention.
Oh, you don't have to grab them. What are they called? The something cat?
BKK hooks, fishing hooks. BKK cat hooks.
No, there's a name for the hook. It's called something cat.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
the green on the right, up a little bit. Yeah, those ones. So these are really cool hooks. I've never seen them. Maybe some of you are familiar with them. That catfish. I've never seen them before. Grab the bigger J's right there. 9-aught. They are called Beastly Cat by BKK. And you can't see them. You can zoom in on my picture if he hits the button. I'll do it.
I don't want to hit it.
I got it right here. Beastly Cat. They are an all welded eyelet. Check that out.
They're awesome hooks. Awesome hooks.
There's
All-
no pinch. It's all straight
So they're-
metal.
they're just TIG welded.
So
then?
coming to the beach.
Yeah, and they're all perfectly smooth.
I know somebody who's looking for these.
Who?
Yeah.
Big Darren.
Who?
Darren
Who's that?
Tosserus.
Dan
Troseth?
Olson's a good friend.
Yeah, he's always talking about hooks that have welded eyelet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's them.
Here they are, Darren, right
Yep.
here.
Beastly Cats.
Gonna have
You can
Scotty
get them
weld-
here at Carver Bait and Tackle Shop.
We're gonna have Scotty weld the rest of them.
Yeah, Scott's gonna be folding metal and doing stuff with metal. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
Tim picks
Oh.
them up.
That's a really
I'm
good
not
stuff.
working when I'm off work.
Yeah, he's a trooper. Thanks, Scotty.
I don't care what Scotty says. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, he will do it.
He loves me too much.
But other than that, spring fishing is coming. Spring hunting's on the way. Walleye openers here in a week now, right?
I don't even know. It's scary.
Fishing
I gotta
opener.
get
It's not
ready.
walleye opener. Fishing opener because you can now bass fish on fishing opener. Catch and
to take my
release.
wife, we're scheduling a trip to Florida. We'll be
Yeah.
fishing over
I'd rather go to
Danny's-
Florida.
Danny's
No
going.
way.
Dan's
A
going
drive
to
down
Florida.
Florida with 2 kids.
Oh, drive hell no.
No.
No, he's pretty salty
No.
about it. You can tell.
Not to
2-year-old,
mention it's
5-year-old. It's gonna be fun, she says.
Oh.
Once you get there, you're gonna
Yeah.
Pat's
forget
going
about
there
it.
tomorrow. Pat goes to Florida tomorrow. I don't need to tell Pat's life. I shouldn't do that on stream.
Yeah.
But he's going fishing down there. Little,
Big sharks.
little weekend Florida trip for the man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, what?
No.
We're about 5 minutes away.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep, we're doing good. I'm tracking. We're good.
What else we got to talk about that we should discuss?
We will be having that live stream for the
So-
Catfish League.
When are we doing that?
Saturday, Sunday, one of those days. I don't know.
One of
Maybe
these days this
Thursdays.
weekend, we'll talk about the Catfish League on a live stream.
Are you gonna have bait for opener with the bait shortage? Chewy.
Bait. We got bait.
We got bait, man. We got suckers. We're gonna get willow cats. We're gonna get bullheads.
Shiners.
Everything's ready. We haven't transferred them in the shop yet.
No, we'll have bait.
They're
What bait?
talking big shortage, so
Yeah,
No, we're
We'll
we
good.
be
gotta
good.
address that to the people.
Yep.
we'll be good.
we
We'll
got
be
all-
good
we
here
got
in
everything.
Carver. So if you need
Yep.
bait, come to Carver.
We got fucking 5 bait tanks. I think we're good.
Right.
It's true.
What do you got for bullheads? A big one?
We got
Till I come
3
in here in
tanks
the
of
middle of
bullheads
the night
right
and get 'em.
now. We've been feeding them pretty religiously.
Yep.
But but we haven't put them out yet. They're in the back. So other than that, I think we're. You guys have anything you want to add to this podcast today?
Dan, you had an announcement to make?
Nope, there.
No.
No, what?
I
You
thought
sure?
did. I thought you
An
sure?
announcement?
You sure,
did you have an
Dan?
announcement, Dan?
I didn't have 0 announcements.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You
Think
can't.
So real quick,
Think about it.
what specific weight do you
Am I missing something?
for a bull in turkey hunting?
I don't
That's
know.
recommended.
You got to be, I think you got to be above 40, 35,
45.
45, somewhere right there. There's a minimum.
Yeah, there you go, Chris.
So
You-
check your
yeah,
state
yeah,
law.
Chris can get some real grandy turkeys. Those
Right.
are-
If you get
those are
the,
delicious.
you set your decoys close to your blind, get your decoys close and try to get them in. I mean,
Yep.
the very first turkey I shot was from me to Scott away, like
That's
5
awesome.
yards. I mean, they were right on top of me. And usually when they're hot like that, they come right in. You know, it's
Mm.
only the late season that they get weary. They've been called to, so they've seen everything thrown at them, you know,
Yeah.
so they're weary then. But early season, yeah, different story.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Tim Saunders going down to Vero Beach, Indiana, river fishing.
oh
in
hell
June.
yeah, that'll be
That's
fun.
awesome. Have fun, brother.
Myrtle Beach.
That'll be a lot of fun. Well, that was a podcast went quick.
Yeah, it did.
Fast,
It
fast.
went
fun.
really quick. It was good having Adam in here from Cat Claws. It's good seeing the whole crew in here, minus Tara. Unfortunately, she has to save lives, so she's saving lives tonight.
Kids need her.
Kids need her. She's a super nurse. That's what I call her. But yeah, other than that, next Wednesday I won't be here. Tara won't be here.
I won't be here.
Dan won't be here.
Might have to be a
Jesus.
bye week. Maybe it's
Next
a bye
Wednesday?
week.
Yeah,
Why aren't you here next Wednesday?
going to Wisconsin. I'll be gone.
Whoa, that wasn't in the schedule.
Well, watch your tone when you're talking to me.
That was
We're
not
live.
in your schedule.
I'll start reaching out and see if we can find somebody
Well,
for a
wait,
guest.
wait, are you gone too?
Nah, I'll be around. I ain't
Or-
going.
Wade will
got
be
Wade.
around.
We got Wade and we got Nikki.
Maybe Nicole will be
Bring,
around.
bring a guest on.
Amy wants to
She
come
just
in
said
too.
she'll fill in, right?
Yep.
What about Amy?
Amy can come in. Dude,
Bring
you
Amy
guys are
in.
good.
Bring
Yeah,
Amy,
Amy
and,
said she'd
Amy and
come in.
Nikki.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know about having Amy and Nikki at the same time.
Why
That
not?
might be touched. That might
I'm
be
pretty sure
touched.
Corey won't miss that one.
Oh, nice grab, Wade.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
you, Dan.
Hey, Dan, we're not leaving yet.
Dan,
Just
sit the
relax.
hell down.
Sit down, dude.
He's getting up before we're even finished with the
I'm just
podcast.
trying to- I'm a big guy.
You are a big guy.
Yeah, we need, we need to
Yeah.
get we need to get Dan a higher chair so he
But,
can stretch his legs
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this podcast. Make sure you subscribe to Rods and Reloads on YouTube and subscribe to Old Carver Fishing Podcast on
Yeah,
YouTube.
thank you guys for thank all 20 of you guys for staying tuned. It
Yeah,
was
that's
awesome, man.
a great podcast. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much. Make sure you hit the like button.
Yep, subscribe.
Share it with a friend.
Yeah, and subscribe. man.
Tell
Don't forget to
everyone how much
subscribe.
you love this podcast. Even if
Yeah.
you don't, lie to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, lie to them.
Just lie.
Let's give us the opportunity to torture them just like we do you guys.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one, man.
Good night.